All right, we got some serious stuff to cover here. This page right here, Informed New Jersey Nurses, took something that I said, 3 words that I said, as some sort of threat. And this is piggybacking off the stream that I did yesterday with my friend Yusuf. If you haven't watched it, please go check that out because we talk about fallacies. We talk a lot about philosophy and in the conspiratorial realm and in politic and political talk and in morality talk, how people just cannot see past their own hypocrisy. People, they can't listen to something for what you actually say. They want to hear things the way they want to hear it. They want to interpret it the way they do. And it goes to show that a lot of people aren't in this or don't make posts or make content for truth. They do it to be right. They do it for the laughs. They do it for the memes. They do it to play politics, right? Because this New Jersey, Informed New Jersey Nurses, which by the way is not informed at all, because here, right, for example, I guess this is yesterday, Donald Trump is once again bragging about Operation Warp Speed. And if you don't know, what happened in 2020 was probably the biggest scam in human history ever. And a lot of people on the red team who love this guy, a lot of them can't see past him. But there are people who are waking up because it's very clear that Trump is part of the powers that be. He's part of the agenda. It's like what this guy said here. Because a lot of the QAnons, the Trumpies, they like to say that Trump is duped or he's just he's being threatened or whatever. I mean, it's really ridiculous stuff. But this guy Luther Cyrus, who mind you, Luther Cyrus and Informed New Jersey Nurses have no links to who they are. They have an X page with a lot of followers and way more following than me, but they have no links to anything. I don't know who these people are. You can't find them. You see, when you go on all my social media profiles, you can easily identify who I am. You could go to any platform and there's links to who I am, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Snapchat even at this point, because I made Snapchat now a few months ago. And he goes on to say, this guy wasn't duped. He is part of the show. In 2025, with all the data coming out about these shots, there's no way any sane individual can say this man was duped. And I totally 100% agree with that. And this account goes devastating, right? And I commented back, quote unquote, Inform New Jersey Nurses. You people are a disgrace because I don't know if it's one person running the account or not. I'm going to assume it's multiple people maybe running the account. Again, these people don't have links to who they are. They're complete anons. I mean, this guy has a picture of himself. We can only assume that's really him. I don't know if that's really that guy because these people don't have links to who they are. They don't make videos of themselves talking. They sit behind a computer and they tweet, right? I said, you people are a disgrace and not informed about anything. Keep thinking a political candidate is going to save you because what does this person do? New Jersey Informed Nurses. They make posts that identify more with the conservative talking points, and they play politics. They think it's real. They think politics is like whoever is in office is going to actually make some sort of change. And here in New Jersey, all the accounts I follow, they just blame the Democrats. It's constant, oh, we got to get the Democrats out of office. Everything that's evil is the Democrats. And that's such a ridiculous and stupid thing to say, especially at this point in 2025. A simple history of the Federal Reserve, if you just read the Creature on Jekyll Island or all the hundreds, thousands of documented research out there about the Federal Reserve, you can easily look up these things and understand what's really going on in this world. So I said this because I've been following this page for a while, and I'm tired of, especially when it comes to my state, I take it personally because I'm from New Jersey. They just cannot see the bigger picture of things. And of course, they don't even acknowledge what I say, right? They say, who are you? And this is exactly what me and Yusuf were talking about yesterday. How people will not attack your arguments. They attack you all the time. It's always you they attack. They never actually attack what you say. And then she goes, who are you? And I said, you'll find out. You know why I said you'll find out? Not as a threat, not saying I'm going to come after this person or anyone, because clearly I didn't make any sort of violent threat. I said you'll find out because I'm the up-and-coming truther. I'm the one who really understands the bigger picture and what's going on and understands way more than the average person what's right and what's wrong, what's moral and what's immoral. And I have better solutions than your average Joe about how to make the world better because everyone just thinks, we just gotta get Republicans in office and everything's gonna be okay, or we just gotta get Democrats in office and everything's gonna be all right. This guy says to me, LL, shut the F up. You sound real scary on social media. You see? They're attacking me. They're taking it as some sort of threat because then this person says, sounds like a threat. And of course, Luther Cyrus, if that's really this person's name, says, sure, sounds like it to me, right? Because again, these people, they want to hear things how they want to hear it. They want to interpret it the way that they do. They don't want to they don't even want to acknowledge what I said here, because you'll see, I'm going to show you other stuff that people said. No one is going to acknowledge my argument to this person. They're just going to go to this immature childlike behavior and say, oh, that sounds like a threat. So I'll show you here what this person does next. This page actually quoted what I said. They felt they must have felt threatened, I guess, or they just, in fact, I don't even think they felt threatened. I think they know what I meant, and they just don't want to acknowledge it because people aren't in this community, or they don't make posts or make content the way I do for truth. They do it to be right. They do it to play politics. They do it for an aha moment, right? And you'll see here. She goes, or I'm going to assume it's a she, just because most nurses are women, threatening me, right? It makes a quote about it. Are you threatening me? So all her little followers, because this person has like 170,000 followers, and only friggin' 3 people answered, because people are probably looking at this like, oh, why even waste your time with this person? But you see, this person is trying to have an aha moment with me. And then they post my YouTube page, like the front page, my cover page, I guess, right? And it's like they laugh at it, right? Oh, look what this person says. That dude looks as low T as they come. Water off your back, lass. What? Water off your back, lass. He's just another cretin with access to the internet, right? Am I a cretin? You see, I guarantee most of these people, 9 out of 10 of these people, didn't do any research on me. They looked at my page, they're judging me off my picture, maybe they watched 10 seconds of my content and shut it off because people can't listen, right? And again, people want to interpret things the way they do. Things go in one ear right out the other because people are children. These people are looked to be, because I already went on their pages, way beyond my ears. And they're anons. They're freaking anons. No, they have no links to anything. They're nobodies. They can sit and tweet all day long and talk all this stuff, but that dude looks as low T as they come. That has nothing to do with what I originally said. And when I said you'll find out, you're gonna find out who I am. This whole state is gonna one day find out who I am, because I actually have a pure message. I'm not playing politics. I'm not doing this to appeal to people. I'm doing this because it's truth. I have a responsibility because I know what morality is. These people don't. These people want to blame Democrats. They want to blame anyone but themselves in these situations. That's why we never get anywhere. That's why the powers that be are kicking our ass. That's why we deserve, honestly, what we have coming to us, because people just cannot wake up. Most people cannot see past politics, and even if they do, they're still going to probably make some excuse for the next election of 2028 if we get there. Well, this time's different. This time, Trump's going to actually cause change, or whoever's going to run for the conservative team or whatever. And hey, I'm happy in a way that she put my stuff here, and she even put my link tree there. Look, so you see, there's any publicity is good publicity. So hopefully some rational and smart people will come across my page, come across my YouTube channel, or maybe one of my other social media platforms, and maybe they'll even come thinking that I'm going to say stupid stuff, or that I'm some liberal or some Democrat or whatever. But then all they have to do is watch my 1 minute long reels. Oh, I know, so long, right? Because I try to keep my reels, especially that I post on social media, very short, because I know most people, like, they have the attention span of a peanut. They cannot listen to anything. They cannot hold still. They just jump to assumptions just by looking at you sometimes, right? And I get it, right? Maybe if you see someone with blue hair, piercings, and weird tattoos, and all funky looking, yeah, maybe they are more on that liberal side. But guess what? There's people who are conservative, right? Or maybe they have some of those democratic beliefs, but what if they actually uphold some conservative values? You see, people judge each other very fast, and especially with stuff on the internet. And this is why and I know it's X, I know people on the internet are trolls, but this is why we can't get anywhere as humanity, because people jump to conclusions, people completely twist around your words to something you didn't say, and they don't even attack your original argument, they just attack you. And I always talk about this, how I always get attacked. Personally, I don't get attacked based on what I say. People don't really attack. It's very rare people attack my arguments. They go and attack me for some reason. And it's because either they know what I'm saying is true and they don't know what else to say and they just want to troll and get their audience involved and humor people and do all these stupid memes, right? Because he said, oh, get the hell out of here, right? Because he's like, it's like an aha moment they think they have. Like they're laughing at me or something, right? Personality disorder, Justin. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. It's the internet. The nurse doesn't have to agree with you and you don't have to threaten her. Really, it's true. Oh, did I really make some threats? Do you feel threatened by little old me? Are you kidding me right now? I mean, how ridiculous is this? How ridiculous are people? Again, this is why we don't get anything accomplished as humanity, because people cannot see the bigger picture. People are so mentally immature. And again, these people, when I look at their profiles, I could tell they're beyond my years. Just by the way they talk, by their profile pictures. Again, these people are anons. These people don't have the courage to make a 10-second video of them talking because they would stutter all over the place. They would not sound intelligent. You see, I've gone through trials and tribulations with making videos. I've been doing it since 2019. I've studied way too hard and I worked too hard on my content, especially in my own state, to get disrespected and my words twisted around. That's why I'm making this. You want to know who I am? I'm someone who stands for truth and morality. That's exactly who I am. Listen, you can disagree all you want. You can troll me. You could say meaningless words, but that doesn't make what I'm saying wrong or untrue. It's funny because he says earlier, right? Oh, you're not scary. You think you're scary on social media? He wants to find out who I am. I want to find out. Well, you know what, Luther Cyrus? You can come on my podcast anytime you want. We can have a civil discussion. We can have a civil debate. Or you can make tweets. Because I don't see any links to anything. You just tweet. You have words, okay? You have words. You have no content. You have nothing to show for yourself. And you have a following because you were at one point playing politics. Maybe now you just woke up that, oh, yeah, both sides are actually working together and they work for the Fed and they're creating a synthesis so that they can enslave humanity through each side, right? But you see, he's never going to come on my podcast. New Jersey Informed Nurses is never going to come on my podcast because their excuse is going to be, why would I waste my time with you? That's always the excuse people give me. Why would I waste my time with you, Justin? And again, this is why things don't get accomplished. People don't come together and have actual real discussions about how we can make the world better. You see, me and these people should be working together because we understand, at least I understand the bigger picture. And I know these people understand the bigger picture to an extent. That's the thing. And listen, okay, I can understand why they might think, oh, you'll find out. Maybe it did sound a little threatening, but I didn't mean it that way. If someone said that to me, I wouldn't take it as some sort of threat. But these people did. These people did. And that shows you where their mind is at. That if someone even slightly disagrees with them, they're going to come after your neck. And they're going to try to make you look bad by getting all their followers involved. And they're going to all team up against you. Right? Luther Cyrus, New Jersey Informed Nurses, come on my podcast. Let's talk. Let's see if we can actually get something accomplished. Or are you too cool for me? Is it the typical, no, Justin, I'm too cool for you. I'm not going to waste my time with you. Well, that's fine. Because you know what? There might become a day where I'm bigger than you on the internet, in person even. Because I make all these videos, right? And I'm slowly getting bigger. I'm slowly getting subscribers, followers. I'm slowly getting there. I have to put in so much work just to gain traction because obviously my kind of content is shadow banned. The powers that be do not want you to see the stuff that I'm saying and people similar to me. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe these people have YouTube channels or other social media platforms where they show themselves, but for some reason there's no links to anything. So I'm just going to make the assumption that you don't have a YouTube channel, that you don't make videos. And I'm going to even make a further assumption, because I know how people are, that you're too afraid to make videos, that you're not intelligent enough to make videos. You don't have what it takes. You can only tweet. That's all you can do. You can only tweet. You can't make videos. And that's what most people do. They tweet, they sit behind a computer, and they write. They're keyboard warriors. They can't make a video. They can't say anything logical to a camera. They have to just sit back and write and then troll anyone that slightly disagrees with them or that actually tells them the truth. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. I didn't want to make this long at all, but people really need to ask themselves, do we want truth or do we just want to be right?